Hey everybody, welcome to Franny's Square and to episode 30 of Crochet Tell, where it's all about you. Okay, so first things first, happy Mother's Day to every mother out there. I know I've enjoyed being a mother. It's one of the best jobs in the world, and it's not always the easiest job. So happy Mother's Day to all of you. Next, I just want to say the winner for the 1-year anniversary giveaway has not yet contacted me. So Elaine P., please email me with your address so I can send you your prize. You have 10 days from the day I announce the winner to claim the prize. Otherwise, I'm going to have to draw another winner, and I don't want to have to do that. So please get in touch with me. Okay, so I don't know about where you guys are and what the weather's like, but here it's just on the edge of getting warmer. It's just not quite sunny and warm yet, and I cannot wait for the sunny and warm weather. I'm sitting here drinking my hot tea, just trying to warm up a little bit. Whatever it's like where you are, grab your favorite drink, sit back, relax. We're going to take a look at this week's submissions. The first submissions come from Sharon Densmore, and they were actually submitted for the last Crochet Tell, but somehow I missed them. So let's take a look at them. Sharon said, made this cute little outfit for my niece's little baby who is going to be 1. The little hat has tassels on top instead of a pom-pom. It is called the Delaney hat. I used Craftsman yarn in variegated yarn. How adorable is that? I love the tassels on the top. Next, she said, this adorable little sweater is for my 5-year-old granddaughter. I used Red Heart Unforgettable in stained glass. I just followed a basic sweater layout and went by her measurements. Love working with this yarn. I love Unforgettable too. It's really a great yarn, and they have great colorways. And finally, she said, just about threw the hook away on this one. I've been there. I started out using Crystal from Bag of Days pattern for this man's vest, but made it too big. Ripped it apart. Second time, I screwed up the ribbing after trying 4 times. So I looked at different pictures and put regular ribbing instead of front and back post and changed position of the cables. I used acrylic yarn from Hobby Lobby. I sure hope it fits after all that. Well, I hope so too, and it came out looking great. Very professional looking. Great job, Sharon. Thank you so much for sending those in. Next, we have some bags from Margie Hannaford. Take a look at these. She said, good morning, Franny. I've been making crochet crossbody bags sized for a cell phone. In the past, I would crochet the strap, but found the 47-inch length chains that hook on to the bag from Amazon. Oh, that's a great idea. I love how the chains have elevated the look of the bag. It definitely does. The faux fur bags are a huge hit. Faux fur is Lion brand, and also have made them from Hobby Lobby faux fur brand. Cotton bags on display stand are made from Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee Cotton XXL. I stock up when Hobby Lobby has the yarn on sale for 30% off, which is every other week. Fun to make and great gift ideas. It's so true, and I love both of those bags. I love working with the faux fur because I just love touching it. It's so soft. Great job. Thank you so much for sending those in, Margie. The next submissions are from Lisa Mayen, and she says, and now it's May. I finally finished the last of my crocheted birthday gifts for family. I used the hashtag Make Scrap Yarn challenge from Distinctive Crochet to make I-cord from threads and fine yarns with a winder. Then I took the cord and crocheted it into a rug for my sister's birthday. In between things, I made a sampler tote bag, which is my own pattern. I used Karen cotton cakes and a plastic canvas piece to make a solid bottom. I love the plastic canvas for that. Next, Lisa said, started the belt and made it my own. The belt pattern that I had just recently put up, the boho belt. I used twister solid with 2 strands held together, 9 single crochets across, and the single crochet portion is 5 rows of single crochet and a wooden bead in the middle of the double crochet section. I think I will make one of these for each of my daughters. That's awesome. I love to see how people make patterns their own. That's so great, Lisa. And then she said, my son the model again, LOL. Now I am making one in ivory, 2 threads of cotton held together and wooden beads. Good timing too. I had just bought a bag of wooden beads at the local art exchange on Saturday. This is just what I needed, something simple and quick. I've just about finished my sweater, but I was getting burnout. This is a nice break. I totally agree with that. Sometimes I'm in the middle of that cardigan I started, and sometimes you just need a break to do a smaller project. I totally get that. Tonight I'm going to finish up the wall hanging for the pins my son found from youth and my dad's tie pins, my grandmother's brooches, my grandfather's tie pins, just a way to display them. What a great idea. I love that idea. Thank you so much for sending all of those in, Lisa. Next, Rhonda Silverton sent in a bunch of projects. They're really great. And if you haven't checked out her channel, make sure you do that, Creative Crochet with Rhonda. Now let's take a look at her work. She said, hi Franny, I hope your week is going well. Here are some show and tell items for you. I made this spring top with Sharon cotton cakes. The yarn had flaws in the color with splashes of color in odd spots, but I went with it and came up with this. It was my first time working with this specific yarn, and I'm currently working on another wearable with this yarn in a different color. The stitch in my current whip is a lacy mesh stitch, which in my opinion works up more favorably for this particular yarn. That's beautiful. I love that, and I love the colors. Then she said, I made this poncho quite a while ago using Lion Brand 24/7 mercerized cotton. If I remember correctly, it's a Yarnspirations pattern, and the stitch work is actually quite nice. It is really nice, and I like the way the stripes have different stitch patterns. It really adds to the look. Really nice. Next, this is my design made with Sharon cotton funnel cakes in the colorway Peaches for the main color and Coral for the accent color. I used the Almond Ridges stitch from the book, Indispensable Stitch Collection for Crocheters by Melissa Leitman. You guys know that's one of my favorite books. I have that as one of my tools in the description below. I recently made a huge yarn purchase from Michaels and needed extra storage for my yarn. What a great way to use up existing yarn while creating more space with this large basket I designed. Just what we need to do, use up our yarn so we can buy more. I totally get it. I put the pocket on the front to store these little pocket-sized books. That's great. I recently made this blanket with loops and threads braid big yarn in the colorway Amethyst and the accent border in loops and threads Barcelona Roving in the colorway Purple. The pattern is Yarnspirations, A Textured Life, and it turned out so thick and comfy. The little flower bud in the corner is made from part of a huge yarn defect in a couple of the skeins where the strands of the yarn were clumped up. Silly me. Kept going with it and incorporated it into my project, so I had to make good use of one piece and make an embroidered flower to remind myself of the craziness in this yarn. Great idea. Fortunately, future skeins didn't have this problem, and I'm glad because I think the finished product is just beautiful. I agree, that came out really lovely. And finally, she says, last is this baby cardigan and matching headband that I'm very pleased with. I love how it turned out with the Pound of Love cherry yarn combined with this rainbow color flecked ice yarn. The headband has removable flowers to change the look of it, and I hand sewed each mini satin rosette into the headband, cuffs, skirt, and buttons of the cardigan. This is the back of the cardigan where I added the satin bow and rosette for added detail. In this photo, you'll see the little rosette that I added at the back of the cardigan. The headband is my design. The cardigan was made from an existing pattern, but I chose the color and embellished it with the roses and ribbons to add my own unique touch. I thought it made it look more special. This is the Eloise Baby Sweater by Moogly, and here's the pattern link if anybody is interested. So she sent me the link, and I will put that in the description below in case you're interested in making that. It is so adorable. Thank you so much for sending those in, Rhonda. And our final submission comes from Char or Shar, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. And I don't know if your last name is the last name on the email address, so you can let me know that as well. In any case, She said, Franny, I've been learning to crochet through the internet the last couple of years. My most recent project is for my great-granddaughter's 3rd birthday. The pattern is Bag O' Day lemon meringue toddler dress. I use Premier Just Cotton yarn. I am so enjoying this learning process. Thank you for your channel, which encourages me to continue with this journey of crochet. Happy day to all. Well, thank you, Char, for sending that in. And I'm really glad you're enjoying the channel. Your work is beautiful. Keep it up. And I look forward to getting more of your projects in the future. Okay, so that was it for this week's submissions. If you'd like to participate in a future episode of Crochet Tell, send pictures and descriptions of your projects to my email address at frannysquare@gmail.com. And in the description, let us know what you liked about the project. Was it a pattern? Was it your own design? Or was it maybe a pattern that you made your own in some way? Did you learn some lessons doing the project? I love reading all about your experience crocheting, and it really does give me inspiration, and I learn so much. And I'm sure that's true for the whole community. So please keep those projects coming. Okay. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Remember to make it your own, and I'll see you soon.